YouTube, what is going on today, man? All right, today I got another review for you. Well, let me phrase it. Today I have the first review for you. Today we're gonna be reviewing the RK68. It is a wireless mechanical keyboard that I bought a couple months ago, made a video, and I'm just now getting it out. So kind of bear with me here. This is kind of still going along with kind of the whole setup vibes. I'm still getting everything together so I can actually start streaming and start producing some more gaming content. I'm hoping to be able to get more stuff like that out here soon, but for now, I'm just kind of releasing the tech videos that I have. And y'all make sure to get on the socials, man. Make sure y'all are following me on the Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook, all of that crap, okay? Because we're trying to build this thing. So make sure you just check the description below, follow me on the socials, and let's get into the video. Let's get started and talk about the RK Royal keyboard. This is a 68 key keyboard. Technically it's the RK68. So why I bought this keyboard and why am I reviewing it now? This keyboard has a lot of really positive things. First, let's unbox it. So in the box, you'll get the keyboard itself, right? Then you'll get a little brochure, obviously, and then you'll get a little switch puller, extra switches, and then you will also get a keycap puller as well. But here we are, the keyboard. First off, in my opinion, it looks great. I like the gray, the black, and the red. These are PBT keycaps, MX style, so they can be removable. You can put a whole set of custom keycaps on this board, which makes it very, very cool because you could mod this board to be something really unique. This particular model has the Gatoron red linear switches, which personally I'm not the hugest fan of, but if you like a smooth press all the way down and no real feedback, you might like it. This model also has built-in RGB and is wireless, Bluetooth, and 2.4 gigahertz. This is the reason why this keyboard here is a real unique piece, because there are very few mechanical keyboards with interchangeable keycaps and interchangeable switches that is 2.4 gigahertz wireless, as well as being a 60% board and having RGB. This is a really unique board here because of that. I've done a lot of searching around, and almost every board that has that is well done, and especially that looks nice, those boards are usually wired or they're simply Bluetooth only. The reason why the 2.4 gigahertz is so important is that if you want to use this for gaming, and if you want to use it for wireless gaming, you need something fast like 2.4 gigahertz. Bluetooth just won't quite cut it. Could you make Bluetooth work? Absolutely. But when it comes to like high-speed FPS gaming, which is what I do, you gotta have 2.4. So this is a very unique board because you can get this wirelessly with RGB with 2.4 gigahertz, the super cool 60% layout, and you can switch out the keycaps and you can switch out the switches. Not to mention, you could do a pretty semi-custom build here if you could go in and lube the switches and do a lot to really make this a custom build if you wanted to. On the back, we have two USBs pass-throughs, and then we also have a USB Type-C. So this keyboard also has a 3000 milliamp battery. Technically it's 3150. And yeah, built-in RGB as I was saying, so this looks pretty great, right? And it is changeable in the board, and the board does have memory, which is actually pretty cool. So you can go hit FN here, hit this button, and you can start to really change, what this thing does, right? Kind of get a lot of crazy action from it, all kinds of different settings. You can just do a straight color. If you want to do that color, you can go there and then you can go there, start hitting this, start changing the colors if you just want solid colors. So it looks nice. It really does look nice. Lots of options. I like it. It seems to work pretty well for my use anyway. So we'll go back to the blue because that's what I like. This keyboard is set up to be used with Windows or Mac. We have two keys here where you do FN for Windows and then FN for Mac, right? So you can do that. This keyboard does also have macros that you can program, which is pretty cool. And you can do that with the keyboard, but you can also do that with the software. And this is where we're getting to the part that makes me frustrated. This is the reason why I'm not going to be keeping this board. So first off, this board has a lot of positive things. Going back through it again, we got built-in RGB, we got hot swappable switches, we got swappable keycaps, 2.4 gigahertz wireless, but how does it work on a day-to-day? Sadly, I had lots of issues with this keyboard. First, just the whole typing experience on it. I'm not like a huge fan of the Gatoron Reds, just to start out. But whenever I was typing, I felt like the keyboard would often miss a press. Like I would go in and press like to do like numbers. I might be like 1, dun, 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 right? But it wouldn't catch that second click. And I was like, what is going on with this thing? So I'd have to be like, to like get it to actually like register the presses. So it wasn't registering the presses correctly. Kind of looked into it a little bit more and I was like, oh, well maybe it's just not set on like the Windows mode. So FN bang, cool. Now it's on Windows mode. Seemed to work a little bit better, but would still be weird. I did game with it. It did seem kind of weird, but then I would run into weird issues where like, it's WASD for running, and I'd be running and hold this button down and I would only go one step and stop. And I'm like, what? And then I hit it again, one step and stop. And this was using it in the wireless mode, right? Which is the big appeal to this keyboard in particular, is the fact that it is wireless. If you don't care about wireless and you want a wired board, this is definitely not what you want. But the wireless feature wouldn't completely work. And so I thought to myself, well, maybe that means I really need to download the software, right? So I went to the website, tried to find the software, couldn't find the software on the website, then studied like the instructions and like the Amazon link, because I bought it off Amazon. And from there, there was a link there that I clicked on, and I could not get, number one, I could barely get the link to download. Let me rephrase that. I could get the link to download, but almost always my computer was like, it's a virus, right? And I tried to get it to install, and it wasn't able to install because it kept thinking it was a virus and this and that. And in my computer, I really don't like pushing it to places where it probably shouldn't be, in the sense of like just viruses and things like that. And so I personally just didn't want to push it. I didn't want to try to turn off my antivirus software just to be able to download this, because I just didn't think it was worth it. I was able to find some software and download it, and it felt like the software did something, but it didn't really do anything. Well, I mean, when I say it felt like it did something, it felt like the keyboard was like a little bit more responsive type thing, but it didn't actually I couldn't change anything, like I couldn't tweak the lighting or anything in the software. So the software was super buggy. I did try reaching out to the company. They did get back to me within the same day, but sent me the same link that didn't work for me. And so I was honestly pretty frustrated because I was excited about using this keyboard and potentially modding it, and then just having it just not work, right? And so I decided that I was not going to keep this keyboard for that reason. It is a real shame. I did, however, think that maybe this keyboard was flawed. Maybe I just got a bad model, so I ordered another one, and the other one had the same issues. Now this one has the Gatoron blue switches. Personally, I like that a lot more. I like a bit more of a click. I think it feels really nice, and that's just my personal preference. So I got this board in and had the same amount of problems, if not more problems with it. And I was pretty sad to have experienced that, because I was pretty excited about this board. So we'll do a typing test here in a second. So here's the verdict. If they can get their software to work, I believe this keyboard will really work nice. I think that this 100% could become like a really big keyboard in the future, just because of the fact that it is wireless, it has all these features. But if they could just get it to work, it'd be nice. I mean, if it worked, I'd probably give this keyboard like an 8 out of 10, and then it would be a 10 out of 10 by going in and replacing the keycaps, lubing the switches, and then lubing the stabilizers as well. That would just make this thing sweet. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to give it like, a 6 out of 10 because of that. So yeah, 6 out of 10 right now. If it didn't have these weird issues, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. And then if it had no issues with their new keycaps, everything lubed, 100% 10 out of 10 keyboard. So, hope you all enjoyed this little bit here, and then let's go into a typing test. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was a little slow and I did make a few mistakes. First mistake is that it's not actually a 60% board, it's a 68% board because it has 68 keys. But other than that, everything was good. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a comment and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.